have set my heart aflame.
And to you, you Casanova, my reactions are the same.
I would sing thee tender verses, but the flair, lass, I lack.
I'll go on, try to versify, and I'll versify back.
Well, let me see now. Cherry pies ought to be you.
Autumn skies ought to be you.
Mr. Pulitzer's prize ought to be you.
Romeo in disguise ought to be you.
Columbine ought to be you.
Sparkling wine ought to be you.
All of Beethoven's nine ought to be you.
Every Will Shakespeare line ought to be you.
You are so enticing, I'm starting to shake.
You are just the icing to put on my cake.
You mean I'm yummy? Heaven's blue ought to be you.
Heaven too ought to be you.
Everything super do ought to be you. Asphodels ought to be you.
Orson Welles ought to be
Ankles
you.
like Kit Cornell's ought to be you.
Towels from Ritz hotels ought to be you.
Sweet Snow White ought to be you.
Ambrose Light
Hey, that's good.
ought to be you.
Eleanor Roger Wright ought to be you.
Errol Flynn, looser tight
Watch it.
ought to be you.
You are so exciting, I can't even laugh. You want to top that one?
If you're fond of biting, I'll bite you in half.
So continue, Whistler's Ma ought to be you.
Elliot's pie ought to be you.
Everything hip hurrah ought to be you.
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 Ought to be you. Ought to be you.
Well, how'd you like that song, folks? And welcome to another Friday with Frank Sings Frank. And this is a very special Friday because it feels a little different here in Virginia Beach today. First of all, you can probably see from the sun popping through the windows back there, it's a beautiful day here in Virginia Beach. And what's significant about today, May 15th, is that our governor and our local government is opened up to phase one. And a lot of the restaurants are open now, and we have some more freedoms, and it feels pretty good just to get out and do things and being able to go to a restaurant and sit down and have a meal outside only. And a lot of the stores are opening and whatnot too. So anyway, it feels good, and we're making progress. We're getting a little bit closer to the way it was. A couple of announcements. If you are following me on the 22nd, next Friday, if you see my event page, you'll see that I'm still scheduled to perform at the Virginia Beach Town Center outside. I haven't got any definitive word from the city yet whether they're going to have outside entertainment at the Town Center, at least this early. I believe they'll have it, but this 22nd, next Friday, might be a little bit too early, so I'm not going to have it probably. I'll let you all know, but right now it's still on my calendar. And in place of that, I will have another show right here on next Friday, another Friday with Frank show here in my house. And I've got some special guests who are going to perform with me and sing with me next week. Not the vocal group Fond Memories, something new and different. So tonight, first of all, I'd like to remind you folks, while you're there, if you wouldn't mind sharing from your position with your friends, you can start a watch party and share my concert, and it's free, it's fun. And tonight, as been advertised, I'm going to devote my entire show tonight to the great musical composer, American musical composer, Cole Porter. And Cole Porter's music is timeless. It's part of the Great American Songbook, and the Great American Standards that so many people have been singing are Cole Porter standards. I've got about 18 songs tonight. A lot of these songs are pretty short, so I'll get through them pretty fast. And so let's get started by just telling you that Cole Porter was born in Peru, Indiana in 1891, and he passed away in 1964. Lived a pretty good life, long life. although he had some tragedies in his life because he did get into a accident on a horse. A horse fell on him and messed up his legs real bad. He was crippled and in pain for many years from 1936, 37 when the accident happened on. And but he still persisted. He came from a very rich family. This guy's father was a druggist, and his mother, her father, his grandfather, was the richest guy in Indiana during that time. So this guy never needed anything. He grew up surrounded by music. His mother pushed him into the music. His grandfather didn't want him to do that. His father didn't want to. He ended up going to a military school. He brought his piano with him. He went to Yale. He was a very smart kid. He did really well. He graduated in the top of his class and went on to Harvard Law School after Yale, but he didn't really want to be a lawyer, and unbeknownst to his grandfather, he shifted majors and went into music. And at the very early age, after he graduated from Harvard, he started writing songs for musicals. And from about 1916 to 1953, he was really putting out a lot of great songs. And so tonight, let's go through them. The very first one is a song I already did in one of my previous shows, but you have to do this song because it's a Cole Porter classic. This song came out in 1936 from a musical called Born to Dance, and you will recognize and Nelson Riddle's greatest accomplishments musically. It's just one of their great songs, and certainly a great song written by Cole Porter, I've Got You Under My Skin. I hope you're out there dancing. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of the warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, step up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. This is the very famous trumpet solo by Bill Bernhardt. Just listen to this trumpet solo, it's classic. My crazy Lucy wife, Cindy. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of the warning voice comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ears. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win? Why not use your mentality? Wake up, step up to reality. But each time that I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. Because I've got you under my skin, and I like you under my skin. That's it. No more booze for you. Oh boy. You know, we have a very touchy mixer, and you have to put your finger on it. It's on an iPad, and if you slide it too fast, it'll go all the way to the top and echo out. That's what you heard. So, but if she's got one hand with a glass of wine and the other hand doing that, she's not focusing. So, I know it's really hard to get good work these days, but I gotta. She's my wife. I love her. You know, I gotta take her the way she is. I love you just the way you are. Okay, so the next song came out in 1940. I really like this song because Frank Sinatra and his in his infinite wisdom and how he liked to mix things up quite differently, he took this song that was written in a very standard fashion and he put a bossa nova twist to it, a samba twist, bossa nova twist to it. And with Antonio Carlos Jobim, in 1967, they did a record, and this song appeared on that album, and it's called I Concentrate on You. Whenever clouds look gray to me, trouble begins to brew. Whenever the winter winds become too strong, I concentrate on you. When fortune cries nay, nay to me, people declare you're through. Whenever the blues become my only song, I concentrate on you, on your smile so sweet, so tender, when at first my kiss you do decline, on the light in your eyes when you surrender, then once again our arms intertwine. And so when wise men say to me, love's young dreams never come true, to prove that even wise men can be wrong, I concentrate on you. It's a beautiful arrangement of a beautiful song. All right, continuing with the Cole Porter theme. All the songs tonight are going to be Cole Porter songs written by Cole Porter. This next one was in an earlier time for him, 1929. It came from a musical called, let's see, Wake Up and Dream. Wake Up and Dream. And you know, a lot of the songs that Cole Porter wrote in his early years were for plays, Broadway plays, and musicals, and films. And he was cranking them out one after the next. You'll see, I've got a long list of them here tonight, but if you Google him and look at his discography, all the songs that he wrote, it's just amazing. And so this song came out, like I said, in 1929, and it was very, very popular. And in 1955, Frank Sinatra recorded an album called In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning, all beautiful ballads. This is one of the songs from that album, written by Cole Porter. What is this thing called love? What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Just who can solve its mystery? Why should it make a fool of me? I saw you there one wonderful day, and you took my heart, and you threw my heart away. That's why I ask the Lord up in heaven above, just what is this thing called love? Cole Porter. Lots of lyrics in Cole Porter's songs, and if you were paying attention, if you came in early and you heard me playing a Sinatra song, that was Frank Sinatra and Rosemary Clooney doing a very clever song. I'd love to get the music for that. Cherry Pies Ought to Be You is the name of that song. I really like that song. It's a Cole Porter song. He was famous for his lyrics, and sometimes he had some racy type lyrics, but he always had class when he wrote music. And another thing about Cole Porter that you need to understand too, not unlike some of the great composers that went in his time, like Irving Berlin. Irving Berlin wrote all his music and all his lyrics. So did Cole Porter. All Cole Porter songs were written. He wrote the composition and he wrote the lyrics to go with the composition. And a lot of the other composers of that time had lyricists that would add, add lyrics to the song. So that made him a little bit different and unique. And his music was some of his songs, we'll get into that in a little bit, were very musically, from a composition standpoint and from playing them. I'm not a musician, but I've been told that they're very challenging to play. Also to sing, because a lot of lyrics. So this next song here I like. This came from 1929 as well, from 5 Million, a show called 5 Million Frenchmen, called You Do Something to Me. to me, something that really mystifies me. Tell me, why should it be you have the power to hypnotize me? Let me live neath your spell. Do that, voodoo that you do so well, 'cause you do something to me that nobody else can do. Hey. Voodoo that you do so well, 'cause you do something to me that nobody else can do. Yeah. Great arrangement. All right, next song from 1938 musical, You'll Never Know. This song is called At Long Last Love. This goes out to my friend June. She likes this song. Is it an earthquake or simply a shock? Is it the good turtle soup or merely the mock? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or only Asbury Park? Is it a fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it at long last love? Hey, is it an earthquake or simply a shock? Is it a good turtle soup or is it merely the mock? Is it a cocktail, this feeling of joy? Or is what I feel the real McCoy? Is it for all time or simply a lark? Is it Granada I see or only Asbury Park? Is it a fancy not worth thinking of? Or is it at long last love? All right. Here's another cute song from a 1934 musical called Anything Goes, and that just happens to be the name of the song. Here we go. Check out the lyrics on this one. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows anything goes. Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. The world has gone bad today, and good's bad today, and day's night today, and black's white today, when most guys today that women prize today are just silly gigolos. So though I'm not a great romantic answer. I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes from the top. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked on as something shocking. Now heaven knows anything goes, and good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes. The world has gone bad today, and good's bad today, and day's night today, and black's white today, when most guys today that women prize today are just silly gigolos. So though I'm not a great romancer, I know that you're bound to answer when I propose. Anything goes. May I say this till this record spins to a close? I want you to know anything goes. Anything goes. All right, well, these next two songs I'm going to do back to back are arguably the most significant songs that were ever written by Cole Porter. They're probably the most popular, in addition to I've Got You Under My Skin. But this particular song had a beautiful verse to it, and I just can't get the music background that includes the verse to this song. Like the beat, beat, beat of a tom-tom when the jungle shadows fall. That's the verse, the opening line of the verse. And so I'm talking about the great song, Night and Day. It was written in 1932 for a musical called The Gay Divorcee. And it starred the great Fred Astaire. And, you know, this song was recorded 5 times by Frank Sinatra in 5 different eras, if you will. 5 different times, 5 different arrangements and whatnot, including a disco version of sorts. I come to find out. I don't think I ever want to hear the disco version of Night and Day, but anyway, here is the great Nelson Riddle's arrangement with Frank Sinatra, Night and Day. Night and day, you are the one, only you, neath the moon or under the sun, whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are, I think of you, day and night, night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you. Day and night, night and day, under the hide of me, there's an oh, such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment won't be through till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day. All right, I gotta dance with the lady, the lovely lady, my bride, Cindy. Night and day, you are the one. Only you need the moon or under the sun. Whether near to me or far, it's no matter, darling, where you are. I think of you day and night, night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows wherever I go? In the roaring traffic's boom, in the silence of my lonely room, I think of you day and night, night and day. Under the hide of me, there's an oh, such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment will never be true till you let me spend my life making love to you day and night, night and day. Great song. What a fantastic song, no doubt about it. All right, so this next one is called Begin the Begin. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the song first. It was written in 1934 for a musical called Jubilee. When it first came out, I think musically, Artie Shaw, who was a great clarinet player, and he had his own band, and he came out with his version in 1940, and it was very popular during the war years. And then, of course, people started singing it, and a lot of people have sung this song. Interestingly, Frank Sinatra recorded it when he was in his early years in Columbia Records, and he never ever reprised it, never sang it later on with Nelson Riddle and years. And so there's only one version of this song, and it's the early version of Frank Sinatra singing Begin to Begin, but it's been sung by so many other people. So what is a begin, you ask? It is a song. Actually, it's music from the Caribbean. And so if in the lyrics you'll see him talking about palm trees swaying, and it's just a wonderful song. Musically, it's 108 measures long. So if you play the piano or an instrument, you got a lot of music in front of you. And Cole Porter used to say that this song was so complex that he didn't like to play it on the piano because it was just too much. So the guy who composed it didn't like the song to play it because it was too hard. That's crazy. And also to sing it because there's a lot of lyrics. So here we go. Begin the Begin, 1935. When they begin the begin, it brings back a sound of music so tender. It brings back a night of tropical splendor. It brings back a memory evergreen. I'm with you once more under the stars, down by the shore, and orchestras playing. Even the palms seem to be swaying when they begin the begin. To pivot again is past all endeavor, except when that tune clutches my heart. And here we are, swearing to love forever, promising never, never to part. What moments divine, what rapture serene. Till clouds came along to disperse the joys we have tasted. And now when I hear people curse the chance that was wasted, I know but too well what they mean. So don't let them begin the begin. Let the love that was once a fire remain an ember. Let it be like the deep desire I only remember. When they begin the begin. Oh yes, let them begin the begin. Make them play till the stars that were once there return above you. Till you whisper to me once more, darling, I love you. And we suddenly know what heaven we're in. When they begin the begin. When they begin the begin. An exhausting song, believe me. Okay, so this next song, I really like this one too. Also came from the same musical Jubilee in 1935. It was just one of those things. It was just one of those things. Just one of those fabulous flames. One of those bells that now and then rings. Just one of those things. It was just one of those nights. Just one of those fabulous flights. A trip to the moon on gossamer wings. Just one of those things. If we thought of it, about the end of it, when we were ain't in the town, we had been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear darling, amen. Here's hoping we'll meet now and then. It was great fun, but it was just one of those things. Sing it with me, from the top. It was just one of those nights. Just one of those fabulous flights. A trip to the moon on gossamer wings. Just one of those things. If we thought of it, about the end of it, when we were playing in the town, we had been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, dear darling, amen. Here's hoping we'll meet now It was just one of those things. All right. Well, now these next three songs in a row come from, well, first of all, this next one came from a musical called Can Can that he wrote the music for in 1953, so towards the end of his songwriting career, basically, for musicals. It also appeared in a musical that, a movie musical that came out in 1956 called High Society. So this one and the next two will be from High Society, but this one was also from Can Can. I really like this tune. It's got a nice orchestration too, and it's called It's All Right With Me. Very jazzy. It's the wrong time and the wrong place. Though your face is charming, it's the wrong face. It's not her face, but such a charming face that it's all right with me. It's the wrong song in the wrong style. Though your smile is lovely, it's the wrong smile. It's not her smile, but such a lovely smile that it's all right with me. You can't know how happy I am that we met. I'm strangely attracted to you. There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? It's the wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not her lips, but they're such tempting lips that if some night you are free, hey, it's all right, it's all right, it's all right with me. Yeah. Guitar solo by George Benson. We met, I'm strangely attracted to you. There's someone I'm trying so hard to forget. Don't you want to forget someone too? Wrong game with the wrong chips. Though your lips are tempting, they're the wrong lips. They're not her chops, but they're such tempting chops that if some night you are free, hey, it's all right. It's all right, it's all right with me. What an arrangement. Love that arrangement. Fantastic. It's all right with me. All right, now we're going to go right into two songs from the one of my very favorite movies that Frank Sinatra was in. And of course, all the music was written by the great Cole Porter. I did a couple of songs a couple of weeks ago when I did the duets show. One with my friend Allison Handy. We did Millionaire, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And the other one, Did You Ever? I did that with Chuck Mulkey. We had fun. Those two songs came from High Society, as these next two songs will. These next two songs are very romantic, and it was during the time in the movie when Frank Sinatra was making a hit on the beautiful, drop-dead gorgeous Grace Kelly. And this song is called Mind If I Make Love to You. Really? Hit it. Now we get a slap in the face, right? In the heavens, stars are dancing, and the mountain moon is new. What a rare night for romancing. Mind if I make love to you? Since the dear day of our meeting, I wanted to tell you all I long to do. Dawn is nearing, time is fleeting. Mind if I make love to you? If you let me, I'll endeavor to persuade you I'm your party for two. And from then on, you will never mind if I make love to you. Mind if I make love to you? I think after he sang that song to Grace Kelly, she melted. And if not that song, this next song too, because if you remember from the movie, he was starting to really be attracted to her, and she to him. She was getting married to somebody else, and in the movie, and he was there as a reporter, and this scene was taking place on a bar in the house, big house, and the camera just took a close-up of her when he was singing this next song to her. It was just absolutely beautiful. The name of the song is You're Sensational. Sing this to my wife every night. I've no proof when people say you're more or less aloof, but you're sensational. I don't care if you are called the fair Miss Frigidaire, but you're sensational. Making love is quite an art. What you require is the proper squire to fire your heart. And if you say that one fine day you'll let me come to call, we'll have a ball, 'cause you're sensational. Sensational. That's all. That's all. That's all. And yes, my wife melts when I sing that song to her. All right. Yeah, I really like that whole movie. It's if you've never seen High Society, it's definitely worth renting or getting on Netflix or something. It's just a really good musical and some great actors in it, and it's funny. It's got a nice twist to it, great plot, and just the music's just all amazing. You know, Cole Porter. You know, I'm hoping that you're listening to the lyrics as I sing these wonderful songs, because they just don't write songs like this anymore. These songs are just so beautifully crafted from start to finish, and there's one after the next. Before I keep going on any further, I do have a friend out there I'd like to give a shout out. Today's his birthday, Ben Bass. He is also an up-and-coming local Frank Sinatra singer and tribute singer like me. Ben is turning 29 years old today. So Ben, you're out there. Happy birthday, man, and hope you're going to be continuing to sing. And you know, pretty soon we'll be back out there on the streets and in the clubs and the restaurants and performing and whatnot. So just hang in there. Okay, here we go with some great tunes here. This song is called "You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To," 1943, from a film called Something to Shout About. And it was nominated, this song, for an Academy Award in 1943, but didn't win. A lot of songs by Cole Porter were Academy Award quality songs. But this one here is also a shout out to my neighbor 2 doors over, who you may remember, Allison Handy. This was her grandfather and grandmother's favorite song, and he used to always sing it. And so, Allison, this is for your pop, your grandfather. Long gone now, but I know this is a very special song for you, so here it is. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be so nice by the fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I would desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, just like paradise, to come home to and love. Sing it with me. You'd be so nice to come home to. You'd be awful nice by the fire, while the breeze on high sang a lullaby. You'd be all that I would desire, under stars chilled by the winter, under an August moon burning above. You'd be so nice, just like paradise, to come home to and love. All right, let's keep it going. These are all really short songs, but they're really great songs with great messages of love. This is another great tune. I like this one as well. It came out in 1950 from a musical called Out of This World. And it also appeared later on in one of Cole Porter's most successful Broadway plays called Kiss Me, Kate. This song came from that Broadway play. From this moment on. From this moment on, you for me, dear, only 2:14 dear, from this moment on, from this happy day, no more blue songs, only hoop-de-doo songs from this moment on. For you've got the love that I need so much. You've got the kind of skin that I love to touch. Got the arms to hold me tight. Got those sweet lips to kiss me goodnight. From this moment on, you and I, babe, will be riding high, babe. Every care will be gone. From this moment on, yeah. From this moment on, you for me, dear, only 240, dear. From this moment on, from this happy day, no more blue songs, only hoop-de-doo songs from this moment on. For you've got the love that I need so much. Yeah, you've got the kind of skin that I love to touch. And you've got those arms that can hold me tight. You've got those lovely lips just to kiss me goodnight. From this moment on, you and I, babe, will be riding high, babe. Every one of our cares will be gone. From this moment, from this very moment, from this moment on. I'll tell you, as a singer, these songs are intense because they don't give up. There's constantly, the lyrics are challenging, and I really love singing these songs. They're so challenging and so fun to sing, and they have such beautiful lyrics. I love the song, the lyrics. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Maybe you don't hear a lot of these songs too often, but Frank Sinatra obviously loved these songs. He had a couple of albums, composite albums that were dedicated to Cole Porter, and they came out later in 1970s, 80s, and 90s. They did these special albums that were dedicated to Cole Porter. Sinatra sings Cole Porter and whatnot. So anyway, let's keep going. This next song came from a musical called Anything Goes. We did it earlier, from 1934. I like this song too. You'd be so easy to love. You'd be so easy to love, so easy to idolize, all others above, so swell to keep all the home fires burning for. We'd be so grand at the game, so carefree together that it does seem a shame that you can't see your future with me, 'cause you'd be oh so easy to love. You'd be so easy to love, so easy to idolize, all others apart, so worth yearning for, so swell to keep all the home fires burning for. We would be so grand at the game, so carefree together that it does seem a shame that you can't see your future with me, 'cause you'd be oh so easy to love, easy to love, easy to love. All right, we're getting close to the end, folks. I hope you're having a good time. These are all great Cole Porter classics. These are all right out of the Great American Songbook. They have become standards, and Mr. Porter, has definitely left a mark in American music. You cannot be denied, and I hope that you got a lot of good tidbits from some of these songs. I got a few more left. This next one came from a film called Rosalie. And I remember my parents had the record for the soundtrack for this Rosalie, because it featured Nelson Eddy. So for some of you people who know a little bit about music back in the 50s, Nelson Eddy and Jeanette MacDonald were very famous singers together. He was a very good singer back in those years, and he did this song in that film, Rosalie. It's called In the Still of the Night. In the still of the night, as I gaze out of my window at the moon in its flight, my thoughts all stray to you. In the still of the night, while the world is in slumber, all the days without number, darling, when I think of you, do you love me as I love you? Are you my life to be, my dream come true? Or will this dream of mine fade way out of sight, like the moon growing dim on the brim of the hill, in the chill still of the night? dream of mine fade way out of sight, just like that moon growing dim on the brim of that there hill in the chill, chill, chill still of the night. Well, down to the last song, folks. I really enjoyed preparing this musical concert for you tonight. I did a lot of research, obviously, a lot of rehearsing, a lot of tough songs to sing, but you know, there's so many songs, and if you're keeping track, you know, this is my 7th or 8th, I think 8th show. So I'm doing this for 8 weekends now in a row. But and I'll continue to do this until I start getting gigs again. But right now the well is dry. I don't have anything right now. A couple of gigs here and there, but nothing to shout about. But I have faith. We'll be back to this, no doubt about it. You guys need to keep the faith. Stay with me. And you know, there's a lot of people who are doing this right now. You know, lots of performers here in Hampton Roads are doing the Facebook Live stuff, and I think it's great. I think it's great entertainment. And I appreciate all of you folks. I really do to tune in for me. So next song is another very popular Frank Sinatra song of Cole Porter's, and it came from the 1934 musical Anything Goes. I did 3 songs from that musical tonight. This is the 3rd, and the funny thing about this particular song, when it was written in 1934, the original lyrics of the song included a line called "I get no kick from cocaine." Well, that line in Cole Porter's song was banned on the radio during that time period. It was considered inappropriate lyrics or whatever, so it forced Cole Porter to change the lyric to I like the perfume from Spain, or something like that. And there's another lyric that some like the Bob type refrain instead. But I'm going to use the original lyric from the original song, the way it was written, and just like Frank Sinatra did it. There's 2 versions of this song. One, it includes a verse that I'm going to sing just like it was written, and another one that just comes in with the orchestration and the main melody of the song. Both versions are great, but I prefer this one. It's called I Get a Kick Out of You. My story is much too sad to be told, but practically everything leaves me totally cold. The only exception I know is the case when I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly the old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. Sing it with me, folks, if you know it. I get no kick from champagne, mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Some they may go for cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you. standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick, you give me a boot, I get a kick out of you. Thank you so much, folks. Frank Sings Frank. And next week on Friday the 22nd, I got a special show for you with my buddy from New York he lives here, Jimmy G. He's going to play guitar. We're going to sing together. And my old buddy who performed with me, he is the king of the karaoke's. Amazingly 85 years old. He's just a wonderful singer and a great entertainer. And his name is Bill Bishop. We're going to be doing a bunch of duets together too. So catch the show next Friday and stay safe. We're coming out of this slowly, and I keep praying for the day when we can all be together again. It's coming. I feel it. I feel good. So good night, everybody. Love you all. Take care.